welcome to another episode of the Fourth Quarter Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan. I got my boy R. Dot back in the building. What's going on, bro?
The word, man. How you been?
Stressed. You already know why. But we gonna tap into that a little bit later. I want to do a quick little recap from college football this week. The biggest game, obviously, this past week was USC versus Colorado. That first half was not a good first half for Colorado. It was basically the tale of two halves if you really watch that game. Um, Got to tip my hat to Shador and them for trying to make a comeback. Ultimately they ended up coming up short, but it
Right.
was a good game. That defense though for USC, like if they plan on contending for a national championship, they gotta have some adjustments.
Yeah, their defense has never been in a while. Their defense hasn't been good. Their defense wasn't that good last year.
Yeah, that's true, and I mean that's probably why they lost to Utah in that bowl game
Yeah.
that conference championship game, and then
Yeah, Pac-12. I feel like Pac-12 has never had an emphasis on defense for real.
I mean, yeah. I guess that's why a lot of teams trying to get up out of
Yeah,
there.
exactly. It's more they always have the nice quarterbacks and high scoring teams, but the games only go high scoring because their defense is usually bad.
Facts. I think the only real exciting game that I see for college football this upcoming week is the Texas and Oklahoma game. What is that, the Red River rivalry or whatever?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
So both teams are 5-0. How you think that's gonna play out?
I like Oklahoma. To piggyback off what we was just talking about, just about defense, Oklahoma defense is nice. We know what they can do on offense. Their offense is lethal, but they have a better defense, in my opinion. And they were going to stump Quinn Ewers. They're going to – because I feel like the schemes they run, it's going to be hard for him to read that because this last game, did they just play Kansas or Duke?
Mm-hmm.
Kansas?
Yes.
Yeah, Kansas. It showed like they was starting to fake. They was disguising their coverages, and it was kind of throwing him off.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is kind of going to end up being similar to the USC and Colorado game, but rather than it coming down to the last minute, I think it's going to be a back and forth type of game, and then whichever defense wants to make that stop at the last minute is who will come out with that win. I think Oklahoma definitely has a solid defense, but I think Texas defense is also solid. I don't know. Like I said, we're gonna see it. That one kind of iffy to me. I'll take the over on the points on that though.
What's the line?
I want to say it was like 48 last time I looked at it.
SEC overs be scary. Well, not SEC. Well, they should be in SEC, but those down south overs be tough because usually the down south teams have great defenses and the game will finish 20-24 or 20-13 or something like that. Like they defenses be kind of tough. So I usually with them down south teams, I don't usually touch their overs.
They got it at 60.5 right now.
60?
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I can't see. I guess realistically can't see both of them putting up 30. Especially you just gave emphasis on Texas defense. I gave emphasis on Oklahoma defense. I just really
said
can't.
It's gonna be 60.
Yeah, I can't really see both teams. Both teams. Somebody got to put up 40, or both teams got to put up 30, and I just can't see that.
I'm gonna say this. Last time I took the under on the Texas game, I lost.
But look, who did they play?
They played against Alabama. Yeah. So I don't know, bro. Like
Alabama defense been suspect this year, though.
Yeah, and I guess the resource that I used when I took the under for that was the fact that they played them last year and it was such a low scoring game.
Right.
But I didn't take into consideration that Quinn got knocked out after the first quarter.
Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. Also, another good game that was just this week was the Notre Dame and Duke.
Yeah,
we watched that one.
Yeah, me and Twan watched that. That game was nice. It was I mean, Duke. I like I said, I saw them that first week when they knocked out Clemson. I knew they was gonna be, even though Clemson, everybody would have said Clemson is not real anymore. I saw when they came out first weekend, knocked off Clemson. I knew Duke was gonna be nice this season. They got another, and I feel like this isn't the best thing to say right now. They have another Danny Dimes type quarterback. Even though I shouldn't be speaking on his name right now, but he's a type Danny Dimes type deal. He can run, he can throw. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, I can see Duke at least get into a bowl game this season.
Yeah, I can see that too. I could see them being a bowl team, even though Colorado had 2 tough losses. I could still see them being a bowl team.
No, stop it. You can't. Oh, if they do go to a bowl game, it's probably gonna be like one of the bottom of the barrel type bowl games. It's not gonna be nothing.
I mean, that's still a bowl.
It's progress. It's progress for them. You're right. Because I don't see them winning. These next couple weeks they might have a chance, but after that, I don't.
They gonna be in my city tomorrow or Saturday. I mean,
yeah, Arizona, right?
Arizona State.
They should have that at least. They should have that.
Then
who they got after that?
I want to say. I think it's
Stanford.
State.
Huh?
I want to say it's Oregon State or Stanford. One of those.
Because I feel like I want to say the next 2 games I predicted like they should have the next 2 games maybe, but they got to go to Washington eventually and UCLA.
UCLA, I think they got a chance though. Washington, I don't know. So
it's certain teams. I feel like it's certain teams that you just can't try to play get back with, right? So they got lucky and came out scoring the second half, but every team is you're not gonna be able to do that with every team where they put their foot off the gas. Like you got some coaches that's not gonna take their foot off the gas, and we are in a day and age where coaches like to take their foot off the gas. It's about sportsmanship and all of this, but it's certain coaches like Oregon coach, like certain coaches that's not gonna like let up.
Yeah.
So if they get behind in these next couple of games, I don't see, especially when teams get the film, they see what they can do. I don't see teams like just letting them come from behind me, like again.
So this the rest of their schedule in order. They got Arizona State.
Yep, yeah, Stanford. Yep.
UCLA, Oregon State at home. They got Arizona at home, and then
Washington
on the
State.
on the road against Washington State and on the road against Utah.
Sheesh.
So,
they lucky they don't play Washington.
So I think the Pac-12 is split up into like 2 divisions,
right?
Divisions.
They lucky. They ain't want to see that. Michael Penix had a field day on that secondary.
What's the name?
Horrible.
Yeah, what's the name? Well, I mean that's weird because that's literally the only team they're not playing in the Pac-12. They literally play in Cal. They're the only 2 teams they're not playing in the Pac-12 this year.
And Deion made that call. They ain't not trying to see them boys. I ain't gonna lie. You thought USC was bad, boy. Washington is lethal.
Yeah, nah. They might be worse than Oregon. The way Penix be throwing that.
But literally, and it's like when you have a secondary that's weak, as I feel all this hype about Shiloh, bro, you're not a linebacker. So all that tackles you leading, that's cool and all, but bro, you in the secondary. That don't help when the quarterbacks y'all going against throwing 300-400 yards. That secondary is trash.
I mean, I'll say this stuff. What we saw this game against USC, it was mainly about effort. Because you saw the DBs actually step up and like somewhat shut down the wide receiving core of USC in the second half. Like he had the number 1 recruit that he got to decommit and commit to Colorado this past season.
Cormani,
I think, Cormani. He stepped up.
They said he got like a bunch of young dogs that he just needs to start playing. Yeah,
that Miller wide receiver who came in and had like 4 receptions for over 100 yards.
Yeah, he was nice. That hopefully you played him earlier this upcoming game.
I feel like he will. I mean, if he want to win, they show like, hey, we built for these moments against a really good team. Yeah. So, I mean, if he got them playing, I like their odds a little bit better. I'm not gonna say they winning, but I like their odds and chances a little bit better if they're playing.
Is Travis when is it ETL when Travis coming back?
I want to say if not this game, this Saturday, next Saturday, because they said it was going to be a couple weeks, and that was before the Oregon game. So Oregon game pass, USC game pass. He might be able to play this week. I'm not sure, but we'll see how that goes. Same thing with Shiloh. I don't know about his ETA on his return yet either. And I'm not seeing nothing about like no injury report. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll be back soon. But you kind of talked about it a little bit. I want to do a week 4 recap. We're gonna get to both of our teams last since we both had some heartbreaking losses. But starting with the Thursday game, what was it? The Packers and the Lions. The Lions are actually looking really good.
Jordan Love, bro. Jordan Love.
I mean, I kind of told you.
Yeah, but you a diehard Bears fan, so you're supposed to not like him. You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to not. But I it's just he's one of the. He reminds me of Trey Lance. He reminds me a lot of Trey Lance type. You feel me? So it's like I just can't see him being the guy, the franchise quarterback there.
That's the only guy they had left after Aaron Rodgers left.
Yeah, so, but I'm saying, yeah, of course. But it's like the Bishop for 3 years, he had to be next up because he was behind him for 3 years, behind one of the greatest of all time. So it's like you're supposed to be that guy, especially how they drafted him. But hey, yeah.
I mean, you could see like glimpses of his game that he was able to take away from Aaron Rodgers while he was there.
Yeah,
it's not enough. Like he's not consistent enough for them to be successful.
Yeah, and teams have to stop wanting to get these small school quarterbacks because it's not really their fault. When you have a lot of these quarterbacks playing in small FBS or even FCS, you taking these small quarterbacks who the competition level is this, especially this was before the transfer portal and all that. The competition level would never match up with the defensive players they're facing. Right. That's just not fair to them. I don't get this whole.
Because you see, most of these defensive players are coming from big schools.
Exactly.
LSU, Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma. Exactly. Schools.
It started with Carson Wentz. I feel like Carson Wentz started that because maybe he was at North Dakota. Again, they were going against ISU, stuff like that. And it's like, again, the competition is different. He had one flash of goodness, but it's like that's only gonna last so long when you're just not used to being in those type of moments. When you're the top FCS team, a small school team, y'all running over smaller schools. Like, so I just don't like those small school quarterbacks. It's just not fair. It's not fair to them because we see that with Zach Wilson. Yeah, he was at BYU, but it's BYU, bro. Like, look who y'all played. Like, I'm not taking him a quarterback from BYU number 1. Or whatever,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I think he went like second, but still, like not even the top 5 pick.
Yeah,
not even the top 5 pick. But I mean, to be in Zach Wilson's defense, like he played a hell of a game.
Oh yeah, it's crazy because him and Justin Fields, like the quarterbacks who were on the heater, it's like they knew to show up this week, but it's like, okay, how do you guys play after you played a little good? Because both of them were really on the heater. That's why I feel like it was extra pressure for them to play well. So the offensive coordinators would try to implement certain stuff to make them look better, but that's not going to be the case every game. So how do you constantly produce at that level without having to be on the heater? You should be doing this every game, bro. You showing us you can do it. So that means you just wasn't that pressure wasn't on you enough, but it's like as a good quarterback, it shouldn't have to always be pressure on you to produce.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, we'll talk about my team a little bit later.
Yeah,
so that's gonna be a rant. I'm trying to think who else played this week that had a good game. Josh Allen finally. I guess he heard you a little bit.
Miami Dolphins defense, the secondary hasn't been good for years, like 2 years at least. Jalen Ramsey not back, even though I don't know how big of a difference he will make because it's he's gonna be late in the season. But I mean, I'm not really impressed with him doing that against the Miami defense.
I mean,
I see the Miami defense, I'm airing it out. That's me. If I'm the offensive coordinator and we're going against Miami, we're not gonna try to run. We're gonna air it out. Like, so it's like he was putting in position. He was supposed to do that. I ain't gonna lie.
I think he had a good game.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I feel like what really helped them win was the presence of the defense of the Bills.
Yeah.
Like, they really stepped up. They actually was able to slow down the hot offense of the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Like, they just came off of scoring 70 points against Denver to scoring what, 20?
Yeah.
So I mean, Josh Allen had a good game, but overall, it was more so the defense.
The defense, yeah, because he threw for like what 270 or something. Like it was his numbers, but it was like regular numbers for him last year. Like those were the numbers he was putting up last year. But like you said, the defense stepped up. That's the difference.
So speaking of Josh Allen, how you feel about him being the favorite to win MVP right now?
I call it. First of all, I want to say racism because if he was Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, who else? I'm not gonna put Justin Fields in there, but if he was one of those guys, he would not be close to up there. He would be probably like one of the last favorites. Let's be for real. Like, he's a turnover machine, bro. And it's like, let it be. Like, I didn't notice the way they were bashing Dak. I never noticed Dak only threw one interception this season. One. And Josh Allen threw like 2 or 3 in one game. But it's just
he threw 3 to one person.
One person. It's just, I really feel like they're so used to, he is the ultimate prototypical quarterback for the NFL. It's like Patrick Mahomes doesn't count because he's in his own like area at this point in time, and he's like half and half. But I feel like let him play the way he does as a brother, that he would not have a chance to be up there. He don't deserve to be MVP. No, like they do this every year. He's a turnover machine. And yes, it looks good on paper when you have a team who throws the ball 40 times a game. You ought to throw for 250 yards, bro. And he'd be struggling to get that when he has a team that throws 80% of the time. They don't run the ball for real.
So who would you say is your favorite after these 4 weeks to win the MVP?
Oh, snap.
Yeah, that's that sound that they was talking about.
Yeah. That's what Chris was talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ain't nobody phone going off. But pretty much, I ain't gonna lie. My personal favorite, give me Brock Purdy, but that's just me being biased. But no bias, I'm gonna say I like Christian McCaffrey.
The man has scored a touchdown in 13, 14 consecutive games.
Bro, it's on pace to rush for over 2,000 rushing yards. And like somebody was debating on Twitter, they said they need to just name it a quarterback's award. And I noticed that, like, because they even have Brock Purdy on there plus 1,600. That's my boy. Everybody know that's my boy. But it's no way that Brock Purdy's on there before Christian McCaffrey. No way. Yeah. There's no way. So it's like, it's literally a quarterback's award. Like, I get the quarterback has a big part of, but it's like, no, you need to give it to some guys who really in the trenches. Like,
who's helping the team win. It's not always just So yeah, it was crazy. The fact that you mentioned that, I saw a list on Twitter. It was like the top 10 to win MVP. And I just took a quick glance at it. I'm just seeing, a whole bunch of quarterbacks wins. I'm like, damn, these only people that they see like winning the award. Yeah. And then I took a stronger look, and I saw Michael Parsons was on the. I think he was at like 9, and Christian McCaffrey was like at 7 or something like that.
Okay.
But still, like, the quarterbacks that were above those two, some of them, I'm like, nah, this is just like a favoritism thing because Josh Allen, in my opinion. I'm taking CMC over Josh Allen for
any day, bro. Any day. That's for real. And it's like,
the man just had 4 touchdowns in one game.
He scored
as a running back.
As a running back, you know how bad it is when your odds to score a touchdown is like minus 250. It's minus 250 to score a touchdown.
Anytime touchdown Christian McCaffrey is it's not worth betting on anymore.
Literally at this point, it's not even no money in betting in it. Like, and that's how you know he's really a machine. But again, like, they're gonna give it to quarterbacks, low-key a quarterback's award. So
yeah, I think if it goes the QB route, I'm gonna say Tua. The way he been playing.
Yeah. Because the quarterback play this season hasn't been great so far. other than probably Tua. If we think about up to week 4, because even last week he didn't have a horrible game. He still threw for what, like 260, like he still threw for a lot. It's just I just feel like I agree with that for sure. Because Patrick Mahomes hasn't been crisp at all. He missed Eric B.
You see, he threw 3 interceptions and nobody really talking about
Nobody talked 2 last game. Nobody gonna talk. It was almost 3 if dude didn't drop it. The third one.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen, no. Lamar, he's been starting off super slow. Joey B, what happened to Joey B? Where is he at? Dak Prescott, I would say, if not Tua, I like how Dak Prescott been playing. He hasn't been playing horrible.
My boy Reek said it has been.
Yeah.
Even the guaranteed QB's been horrible. No, for real.
Literally.
You know?
I would say actually Tua and Dak is on the top quarterback list right now. They're playing the best. And nobody's really talking about Dak Prescott, but he's playing better than Patrick Mahomes right now, Josh Allen right now, Lamar Jackson right now, Joe Burrow. He's playing better than a lot of quarterbacks in the league right now, but he gets the most hate. And I'm not a Cowboys fan by no means. I hate how the Cowboys every year is their year. But at the same time, like the proof is in the pudding. Like he's hooping. Like he's actually playing not the worst.
I mean, I know I keep getting called the delusional fan when it comes to the game. The Cowboys got us beat. Let's be real.
Nah. I know some Cowboy fans. The most they will say is it's their year. You guys, y'all make it seem like every player is a dog. Like Cowboys fans are a little bit more realistic. They're a little bit more realistic. They'll be ready to trade Dak in a heartbeat. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, boy, Justin will throw 20 interceptions. Y'all still ride with him.
Some of them, yes. it's like it's a split, like with us. It's a split because some people like, yeah, I'm rocking with Justin regardless. It ain't him. It's the coaches. That's me. And then you got
that's definitely
then you got other people like, nah, let's tank for Caleb. What? It's gonna be the same thing. But again, we're gonna get to that later. Now one of y'all division rivals, they starting to make some noise. The Texans over there.
Rookie of the year. I'm gonna give it to him. He's gonna be offensive rookie of the year. He's just playing so fluid. Even though he threw for 50% last time, he was really throwing away the ball. I think one of them was like he was just trying to get into half or something. Like he's really accurate. So like the stat line don't even give the pick with how he's really hooping right now. I'm glad we took AR, but I wish they would have. The Panthers would have took him first because I saw Andy Dalton in the same offense as Bryce Young with the same receivers, the same running back. He threw for over 300 yards. Bryce Young can barely crack 200 yards. If CJ Stroud is in the offense, he still hoops. I wish the Panthers, and I'm not even a Panthers fan, I wish they would have took him first over Bryce Young.
So you ain't got to see him twice a year?
Definitely. That's why I'm saying it. But hey, he's their franchise quarterback, bro. He's their franchise.
I told you, him and Tank is gonna be a problem. They have been a problem.
Literally.
I've been trying to get him off of your fantasy team, but it's okay. We still gave that belt to ass real quick this week.
And I don't know how I be losing. Like coming into the week, it just be looking so good. Then I got somebody.
That was your first L,
huh?
And that was your first L in our league.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, speaking of first L's, we need to talk about first wins. The Vikings finally got their first win of the season.
Barely.
Even though Kirk Cousins threw a 99-yard interception, pick six, they somehow pulled a win out. I mean, good for us, obviously, because we got that pick.
Yeah, Hooker season loaded.
Oh yeah.
Loading.
Nah, but he's in Detroit, not Minnesota. He in Detroit, not Minnesota.
I know. The Vikings, I saw a page where they said the Vikings would be smart to trade for him. That's why I said, like, low key next year, he's gonna be ready to play.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't a quarterback. Like I watched him, like
did you see that? Well, I mean, they already did have a trade amongst those two teams. And I was about to say, do you really see like that division rival trading with each other? But TJ Hockenson got traded to the
Vikings. So that's why I said that. I'm like, I know the Lions will do it tight. You feel me? Because they don't really care about that. So especially Jared Goff is their guy right now. So I don't know. I was kind of skeptical of them drafting I would have saw the Vikings drafting him before the Lions, but just because Golf is in his like twilight era right now compared to Kirk Cousins, the pressure is on him every year. No matter how many 300 passing yard Kirk do, everybody wants him going at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, because he's not, he's producing during the season. He's like another Dak. Like, he's producing during the regular season, but as soon as playoffs come, it's just like, all right, what are you doing?
Also, it doesn't help. I feel like if you get Kirk with a team that has a good defense, he runs the ring. Literally. Because he makes everybody, besides his mistakes of interceptions, as we see in Patrick Mahomes throwing interceptions left and right, and he's the GOAT, right? So interceptions happen, but if you give him a defense that can stop the other offense where they don't have to come out and score 30 points a game, Kirk Cousins would have been had a ring by now. Because he's not a bad quarterback. He just needs a team with a good. That's why I would rather him leave and go, because I really want to see Kirk get a ring somewhere. But it's like that defense is not going to help you. And it's like,
so where should he go?
I don't know.
You think so
I would have said San Fran, but they got Purdy.
Hypothetically, if Aaron Rodgers' injury is just like terrible to come back from for whatever reason.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be crazy. That would be nice. Yeah, that'd be decent.
I could see that. Like I said earlier, we both had some heartbreaking losses this week. We're gonna talk about yours first, just because y'all were down pretty much the entire game and started to come back.
That's why I feel like we're not pretty mad. Like, of course, I was upset about it, but it's like, hey, we're doing a lot better because we're 2-2 now. We're doing a lot better than anticipated. Everybody talk about AR trash and he's not developed. He's looking better than a lot of these starting quarterbacks who've been starting for years. And it's like, I love the conversation because we're in that rebuild era, right? So everybody blame their teams for sucking on the rebuild. Bro, we in a rebuild. He don't have a star running back, and the Colts are still finding a way to hoop. That's how you rally as a team. So I'm not even gonna say I'm upset at the loss because they're showing potential that Colts fans didn't even expect. We didn't expect to be 2-2 right now. We thought we might have probably got 3 wins the whole season. So I feel like that was it. These are character games right now, and that shows us that in the upcoming years we gonna have the AFC. We're gonna have the AFC for sure.
So who you think winning it this year? Because I think it's gonna come down between Jackson and the Texans. The way
I was talking about South. I was saying the whole AFC, but AFC South. Give me probably Jacksonville. Stop. Give me the Texans. Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence is. I feel like Justin Fields get a lot of hate and anguish, and Trevor Lawrence be having some bad games as well. And then you look at the stats. Yeah, the stats. They be showing numbers, but if you watch the games, he doesn't be playing that great. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say he's as bad as Justin Fields, but Trevor Lawrence is not that great. Yeah, especially for all the weapons he actually has weapons. I would say Texans. I like the Texans because I feel like the Texans already beat the Jaguars, bro. And they beat them. And they beat them. It wasn't like a close game. They beat them. So it's like, yeah, give me Texas to win out.
We talked about CJ Stroud, potentially being the offensive rookie of the year. The only person I see right now competing with him is that receiver from the Los Angeles Rams, Puka Nacua. Puka,
yes, he's a dog. But I mean, I feel like you should hold on that just simply due to the fact that Cooper Kupp is coming back.
Yeah, I gotta see how they mesh with each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That might. If it was the end today, for sure. But, like, I feel like especially with Tutu, so somebody's production is going to go down a lot. You know what I'm saying?
So, what if they turn into, like, the offensive look? What if it looks like the Chiefs with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce?
It doesn't. I don't see that working just for the simple fact of Hill is a slot receiver, Kelce is a tight end. So
what I'm saying, like, just how often they still got the ball. Because Puka Nacua can get in the slot, Cooper Kupp can get in the slot and on the outside. So, I mean, and it's meant
I can see that. Usually like, okay, it will, in my opinion, I just feel like just Kelsey was always open just because of where he was going, where he's going. He lines up on the line, and you have to have a linebacker or a safety come down and stick him. Where receivers, they're always going to have a cornerback on them. So they're never really going to be in a advantage per se. Like Kelsey be at an advantage because he's really a receiver and they be having a linebacker sticking him. So that's only I would say. I would compare that more to like a Eagles type whip with Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. I compare it more to like that because, and again, you see their production is never really the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's easy for a tight end and a receiver to get off just because of the matchups compared to receivers.
I still feel like, as for right now, at least for this next game and probably the game after, Matthew Stafford is going to lean heavily on Puka.
Sure.
Allow Cooper Kupp to get back into his rhythm. Yeah. So that's why I felt like there's an opportunity for that to happen with this team. But, like you said, we just going to have to wait and see.
Only reason you can't forget about Tutu, and Tutu Atwell, he is the wide receiver 2 right now.
He's a deep threat too.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like when you have a whip, you got 3 guys. So it's like, all right, I can see Tutu production going down, but it's like, all right, still, even with his production going down, he's still gonna be in offense. So that's why I'm like, Puka at this point in his career, he's fresher than Cooper Kupp. Especially with Kupp with all the injuries and stuff. So I can still see him being productive because Cooper Kupp, he just be hurt.
Yeah. Is it time to talk about Joe Burrow's performance? Because, what's been going on with him?
Bro, he catfished me, bro. I saw him against. I'm like, all right, it's no way he comes out against the Bengals. He's hurt. However, he shouldn't even be playing. He goes out there and balls. He have a hell of a game. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and mess with him. I put him in my lotto. I say I took his completions or something. Bro, I want to say the first half, he had 7 completions or 8. It was bad, bro. And I get the Bengals. It's no way because the Tennessee is a run defense. That's why I'm like, it's no way this doesn't hit. There's no way this doesn't happen because they stopped the run. Bro, they made the Tennessee secondary, oh my gosh, they look so good. And it's like they have him doing a lot of underneath routes, but that's not his game.
Yeah.
Let him get the ball, even if they blitz or not. Joe Burrow has been always one of the best quarterbacks. His rate under the blitz has always been great. Man, let him get the ball back, take some shots. And that's why I feel like it says with his injury, they just protecting their money. I get it. They're going to protect their investment. Mm-hmm. He really shouldn't be playing. So it's like, all right, we're going to give him underneath stuff to, because he's not playing horrible. It's just he's not having those explosive plays like he used to.
Right. I think he was, 20 for 30, but it was only 150, 160 yards or something like that.
Man, yeah. That's how they beat the Rams. The Rams, he had 250, 260 because those underneath routes were going far.
You giving Jamar Chase the ball and letting him make a play.
Exactly. And with
the tight end, always fucking open.
He did say that. And with the tight ends, with them being so tough up front and the linebacker core so stout, it's only so many short dumps you're going to be able to get to turn into big plays. So they face a team that have a good pass rush and a good run defense. They're all that underneath. That's not going to work.
Yeah. I mean, we gonna see. I already had the Ravens winning that division. Like I said from the get-go, that's my dark horse to win the Super Bowl. So I don't see them winning the division. I'm just trying to figure out, are they gonna be in the hunt for a playoff position in the AFC?
They don't look, and they just they gave him all that money. He has the highest paid NFL quarterback contract. It's just they're gonna make it where they're gonna stop giving out all that money. Because everyone who pretty much signed, like your homie said, it's not been there. Jalen Hurts, don't get me wrong, he's not playing bad, but it's like that offense doesn't look great either. I would say Washington was probably his best game this season so far, where it was on his arm, not his legs.
Yeah. Well, now I guess we can talk about the Bears.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Bears. Bro, I watched my brother cry. See, my brother, he's a diehard Bears fan, and he wanted to cry because we watching it, bro. Everybody, all the group chats busting. You know, everybody moonwalking, hitting the nay, bro. And what I mean, I watched it change with that fast, like the Bears, bro. I was hurt, bro. I was hurt. Like that never happened. Like that never just happened, bro.
I was on the phone. I was having a good time. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a good Sunday. Like Justin Fields had just made that miraculous. First of all, if Pat Mahomes would have did what Justin Fields did in that end zone play,
it would have been everywhere.
It would have been everywhere.
It would have been everywhere.
When he did that and we went up 21 points, I said, oh yeah, this is gonna be a good Sunday.
Literally, I'm like, all right, Bears. I should have took the Bears money line. Whoa. Glad I did.
I kid you not. I'm relaxing at this point, like just halfway paying attention to the game. Seeing, you know, that league getting smaller and smaller. I'm like, all right, what's going on?
Smaller and small.
What's going on? This is what blew me. 4th and 1.
Yeah, I don't know why they
on Denver's 18-yard line.
Why didn't
you just get me wrong?
Go?
I'm gonna give you two perspectives. I don't mind going for it on 4th and 1. I don't mind, you know, being aggressive and trying to get a touchdown, especially the way the defense was playing. I don't mind that. But my thing is this: if you were gonna go for it, you should have went for it the first time rather than wasting a timeout. You wasted a timeout trying to, you know, draw them offsides. Still go for it. In a shotgun formation.
Bro, they should have did the Eagles formation, or because you got
Justin Fields is getting that first.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't got a strong quarterback or a running quarterback, bro. It's 4th and 1.
It's just a shame that arguably the best game of Justin Fields' professional career.
That was the best game. That
he
was
over 300 yards.
Literally.
4 touchdowns.
That was career high.
Passer.
Yeah, that was career highs.
And it's getting overshadowed by
because of the loss
that we got a head coach.
Because of the L. Flus, I ain't gonna lie. Flus, we could probably get his unemployment done. Like if he send me his info, bro, we could probably get down to Illinois State and, you know, get his unemployment going, because Flus needs to be fired, bro. Gatsby should have been fired. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this game, the way Justin Fields is playing, I'm not gonna say I don't think Gatsby was making the calls, but that doesn't look like a Gatsby type offense. So I don't know if they took his privileges away or what, but yeah,
all I know is whatever was going on in that first half, that needs to be continued, because they were looking so potent in that first half, bro. But you saw, like you said, we was nay-naying hitting all types of stuff because Justin looked like he had his swagger back. Yeah. He looked like he had his swagger back, like, and that's how he was playing. But you know, I got a hot take. You know what? Who we play? When do we play? We play tomorrow, right? Against the Commanders. Kid you not, win or lose, who's gone? Eric B, new head coach. Bring him in. We won.
Man, it's just like, you know how the NFL be with them black coaches.
I mean, we got a black GM and a black president. Might as well have.
Yeah, they might as well, but it's just, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, because even seeing what he's doing in Washington, like it's his effect, because you see how much the Chiefs digress compared to how Washington has progressed. It's him. It's the Eric B effect. Because the Chiefs, don't get me wrong, they're winning, but if you sit and watch the game, they are not the same offense at all. At all. Like the way they're winning, it's not Chiefs the way Chiefs usually win. So it's like, yeah, it's the Eric B effect. And
you saw they pretty much almost had the set against the Eagles Sunday. They literally scored a touchdown with 5 seconds left, sent to OT.
Bro, they was up they was up almost the whole game.
Yes.
They was hooping. So it's like, I ain't gonna lie, he'll be smarter for Chicago. It's just, I wonder if Chicago gets rid of Flus this fast, which they could. We seen quarterback coaches leave quicker.
We've never fired a coach mid-season.
Yeah, I think I for sure think it'll be like the end of the season though.
I need him gone tomorrow.
Man, they wouldn't be that.
Win or lose, he's staying in Washington, bro. You're not flying back with us.
You staying in Washington. I ain't gonna lie.
Work for the president or something.
So you like the Bears that game?
I don't know, bro. I'm always gonna ride with my team, but at this point, like my expectations have been tempered at this point.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a tough game. Way Washington playing, and I feel like if they let Fields open up like he did last game, they have a chance.
DP said word is if he lose Thursday, it's over for him. Man, we're gonna lose. He need to be gone.
I feel like if Fields can open up like he did last game, they have a chance. But at the same time, Washington, that offense is gonna kill the Bears. The Bears, let's not blame that defense sucks. It's not just on the head coach.
How you go out and spend most of your money on the defense, and they still look like
they look worse than the offense.
They look like hot ass, bro. Like
I ain't gonna lie, literally, they said they might well go ahead and get Mount Carmel out there.
At this point, put him out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. To be honest, my only thing that I want to see Thursday is Justin continuing to ball out. Like I don't want him to go back to what he was doing the first 3 weeks. Not saying it was terrible, but like
it was.
He showed. It was mid. I'll give you that. It was mid. I'm not gonna say terrible. It was mid. It wasn't what I expected him to do. What he did this past Sunday is what I expected him to do.
Yeah, he looked like Ohio State days for sure.
Yeah. And I mean, he only had 25, 30 rushing yards, but that's cool. He had over 300 passing yards. What people kept saying he can't do. I'm like, bro, he did this in college. He can do it.
Yeah, he was mainly a passer. He wasn't running like that in college.
Yeah. So my thing is this: I just want to see him, be consistent with the play that he had this past Sunday. Yep. Win or lose, if he does that, that just continues to show he's not the issue.
Oh, you've been seeing Atlanta rumors?
Yeah.
Honestly, y'all be lethal. Atlanta, the way Ritter played, I don't see Atlanta not trying. I can see Atlanta trying to get him.
I honestly, with me being a Bears fan, I would not want to see him go. But they right. When you put him in that offense, they're winning that division.
Yeah. Especially with those tools and that running back. And
Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, bro, in that backfield. You shitting me?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, hey, for his career, he better talk to his agent. Let's see how we can make this happen. I get being loyal to Chicago, but bro, it's not working. Because I've never seen, and it's like, even for him, he should understand the pressure. I feel like he put pressure on himself because, bro, you got all these endorsements. Every other day I see him in the commercial, bro. He's won 5 games. I get all that. Go get your bag, brother. But you won 5 games. I'm leaving. Like, it gets to a point like, okay, even for him, why do I want all this notoriety? That's why he got more fire on him, because you have all this notoriety with nothing to show for it. Nothing.
Nah, we haven't. We can talk about that, though.
Nobody talking about Canada, folks. He's sold. He's like, bro, they can't even get a 5th or a 6th for him. They can't even get a 6th round pick for him, bro. Like, he's gonna get cut. So
it's so funny. It's so funny that in the most recent press conference that Matt Eberflus had, they basically told him that he's not coming to Washington with them. Like, they told him to stay his ass home.
And they told him to stay home this past week.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, you telling him to stay home. Why aren't you doing the same thing?
You just on that. You just on that with the coach, folks.
Bro, think about this. Bro, think about this. The Bears were up 21 points. You are a defensive coach. You had a top 10 defensive team for the past couple of years before you was a head coach. Why you come here and our defense look like shit?
Because we had Shaq Leonard.
And we have Tremaine Edmonds. And
we had Zaire Franklin.
Bro, if you look at the preseason rankings of best linebacking cores, the Bears were 3rd.
Bro, Tremaine Edmonds was on the Bills with Von Miller and Matt Milano. That's what people wasn't understanding. Edmonds wasn't, bro. He was like that cleanup.
He was good. He was good with the Bills before Von Miller, though.
Milano
was Von Miller was only there. Von Miller was only out 1 year, and in that year he got hurt.
But Milano was always there. That's why I'm not taking nothing away from Edmonds. Edmonds was always more of the cleanup linebacker. He was never the number one linebacker.
And that's the thing. He is being asked to do much more than he needs to do. And that's why the defense looks the way it looks.
Yep. And it's like when he was with the Bills, of course you look good. When the Bills D-line is good, the linebacker core was good. He added on, but he was never the main guy on no team. He was never that guy. So you come to another team and you have to be that guy. Now you're getting exposed, bro. It's getting exposed.
Honestly, I feel that not only is it the D line that's
what happened to Edwards? Where he been at, bro?
Your guess is good as mine, bro.
I sure forgot about
Mr. Tackling Machine. You know what he been at.
When he was
honestly,
he was a dog.
Yeah, he's still with Philly at this point. Well, he's
still with Philly.
But no, bro. I think the injuries have really been what's hindering the Bears mostly. You know, outside of terrible coaching, but Kyler Gordon.
Oh, he has been gone.
He's been gone since week 1. Like he had.
You right? Yeah, he a dog. He decent.
I think he comes back in 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I know we get Tevin Jenkins back, so that's gonna help the offensive line.
When Eddie Jackson, when he coming back? Is he back?
Allegedly, he's supposed to be playing tomorrow. It hasn't been cleared yet.
Yeah,
allegedly. I know we just signed some safety who recently played with the Raiders. Harmon, I think is his last name. Harmon, some type of veteran. He won 3 rings with New England.
So, he a real veteran. Yeah, because they ain't won no ring in a while. So he a real veteran.
So, and I feel like that's something that the defense need. Like, I get that you want like a whole bunch of young players, but you need some type of veteran presence who's like, all right, look, you know, we need to buckle down and make sure that we helping the offense. The offense doing what they supposed to do. We need to do our part. You feel me? Like, you can't do that with a whole bunch of young people because, like, who are they going to for advice? Each other? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, bro. But since we're talking about it, what's your picks for next week? I mean, I guess we can start with the Bears and the Commanders. That's an away game for the Bears. I'm probably not touching money line over or spreads with any of that. I'm taking player props.
I might mess with Sam Howell a little bit, you know, because he gonna have a day against that defense. He should have a day. If they don't run it down their throat, pause. But he should have a day. You feel me? But I'm the same on that one. I would say, if anything, I would do Washington money line, but it's like it's no real like value in that unless you parlay it. But like I see
they got them at -250.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you parlay that with something, because sometimes I do a straight bet here and there. But like you said, I don't really like nothing. Player props for sure. Over on how passing yards and over on B-Rob rushing yards.
So they got the passing yards for Sam Howell at 239, and they got Justin's at 189. I like that. I would take that.
I'll take it, but no, you never know what type of Justin you gonna get though. Like that's the thing. That's why it's like that, because it's like they want people to jump on that over, and we go out. Bro can have one of them 99-yard passing games like he know how to get out and do. He more prone to throw for 120 than 180, 189. I'm gonna be honest.
So would you take the over on DJ Moore's receiving? It's at 48.5.
That's low, yes.
So I like that.
Bad. The Bears are bad, bro, because they probably shouldn't be that low, folks.
So the thing is, I'm looking at this line, bro. I literally will make a line off of player props because they got Darnell Mooney at 29.5, and I mean he's gonna have to step up with Claypool not being with the team.
Claypool never did nothing. Claypool never, bro. ESB was over Claypool for real.
You saw how good the offense looked when he was playing.
Yeah, literally, that's what I'm saying. They just didn't have him active, and they was like, "Hold on, we might have tweaked with that one." Like literally, don't get me wrong. ESB had a bad little season last year, but he's better than Claypool. Claypool,
they got Terry line at 60.5. I was like, I want to take it, but sometimes Terry don't really get the ball as much as I feel like he should.
He should, and that's because it's just like the Benemy effect. Like if you notice, even when Casey, like Hill got his, Kelsey got his, like he's able to spread the ball. That's like been in any of his offenses. It's never one guy. It's never one guy. Because even last year when they got that ring, it was like a lot of them. Juju was showing up. MVS was getting involved. You got Pacheco getting involved. He got a lot of people involved. McKinnon. So it's like it's one of those.
Yeah, I feel like Dotson has been his favorite receiver so far this year.
He's the perfect wide receiver too. I like him.
Yeah.
Like as he get older, he gonna be decent. He gonna be solid. He reminds me of like a another T. Higgins type. You feel me?
True. But right now, everything not available for the game tomorrow. They don't even have like the only players they got available for like props is Sam Howell, Brian Robinson, and Terry. That's it for Washington.
What Brian Robinson rushing yards at?
His rushing yards, I think, let me see. 64 and a half.
Damn. About right. That's about right.
They got Antonio Gibson on here too for 18 and a half.
He more the scat back, so they put him more on passing.
Yeah. But yeah, in terms of receiving props, that's all they have. But yeah, I like DJ Moore's receiving yards. I like Darnell Mooney's receiving yards, and I do like Justin Fields' receiving yards. I feel like he's gonna actually have another consistent game. Yeah, I think he's gonna have another consistent game. It might not be 300 yards again. I would love to see that, obviously.
He should definitely be able to throw for 200. Washington's secondary. I mean, Forbes did have a bad game. He had a bad game. So I feel like
AJ Brown had him looking silly.
Boy, 175 on that man top. Pause. Like, bro, like I could see that, but also it's like he got something to prove. Bro, when it deactivated his Twitter. So they're gonna probably have him, shading DJ Moore the whole game.
I promise you, DJ Moore is getting open.
He's
more shifty. He's more shifty than AJ Brown.
Only reason, AJ Brown, if you notice, AJ Brown was beating him off the line and he was using his physicality. So it's like with AJ Brown, he had to play back because this nigga, he's bigger than me. Compared to DJ Moore, he's not that much bigger than him. So I feel like he does have a better chance with DJ Moore, but DJ Moore is more shifty. But AJ Brown didn't have to be shifty because I have to play back. He's bigger. I got to give myself some type of, and I'm not finna jam on.
Yeah. We gonna see. We got the Bills and the Jags this week. They got the Bills as the favorite.
Bills. I'm not a believer of the Jags.
That's a London game too.
Yeah, I'm not. I probably won't put nothing in. I hate them 8 a.m. game. Your slip will be smoked by 12. I'm cool on that.
No, facts. Then you got Detroit versus the Panthers. I got Detroit, obviously. Detroit. I need them to win. I don't want them to win, but I need them to win. You got the Texans. Wow, you got the Texans versus the Falcons, and they got the Texans as the underdog.
Literally, I saw that. I was like, I might, if I don't take the Texans, I might mess with something with CJ Stroud, do something with him. But I feel like that's an underdog that I might be willing to take. And the Falcons, unless they're just trying to say, because like the Falcons, you can't just try to run to win the game. So it's like especially the Texans, they could score. So that kind of caught my eye too. Like, bro, what? Like, yeah, that's weird.
And then they got the spread at 2. So
2. Mm-hmm. They know it could go either way.
Yeah, I'll take the +2.
Yeah.
I'll take the +2. Then you got the Dolphins versus the Giants. I think the Dolphins are going to bounce back. Oh, we didn't even talk about Mr. Danny Dimes.
Oh, yeah. Monday Night Football.
That was disappointing. That was disappointing. But I honestly like it for Saquon. You know why? Because it shows.
He's proving his point.
He's proving his point. He's the person that you need, not this.
Bro, I thought it was gonna be. Bro, I thought it was gonna be a Daniel Jones masterclass, bro. I'm like the whatchamacallit, the Seahawks have the worst secondary. They was like 30th in the league, Danny Dimes, he can throw for 200-300 when he wants. I'm like, it's no way. It's no way.
They said Danny Dimes had what's that cornerback? He went to U of I. Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah.
They had him looking like Richard Sherman back from Legion of
Boom. He been like that since he was at U of I.
Yeah, and you see it now. If you didn't see it, in these first couple of weeks, that he was worth that top 5 pick.
Yeah, literally, like if you watch it, because that's my college team, U of I, because again, we at the crib. But like, yeah, he's been now. He was the heart of that defense for real.
I knew he was gonna be nice. But yeah, I got Miami. They got the spread at 10.5. I like them up by 2 touchdowns. I can see them winning by 2 touchdowns.
You would take the plus, minus 10.5. Who they play again?
The Giants.
You're right.
And
I would tease it. Probably down.
So would you take the minus 10.5 or would you take the over 48.5?
Over 48.5. Over 48.5, sure.
Then we got y'all versus Tennessee. This one got the spread at 1. they really know that this one could go either way.
You know how those divisional games usually be. Divisional games usually always are. They can't really tell. I'm gonna go with the Colts though.
Yeah, I'll take the Colts money line with this one. We got it at minus 102.
Even though for some reason they'll win. Tennessee will win. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they'll definitely win, but I like the way, honestly, if CJ Stroud wasn't playing the way he was playing, AR would honestly be my favorite to win Offensive Rookie of the Year the way he
did. For sure.
Like, give it, taking into consideration he got knocked out of a game with a concussion, still came back and was hooping.
Yeah.
He was hooping before the concussion, too. So, I like AR. I honestly like that pick for y'all. I really like that pick for y'all. I could see them winning, though, Sunday. And then you got the Saints versus the Patriots. Now, speaking of the Patriots, their top draft pick, Christian Gonzalez, is going to be out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I saw that. And he was playing good, too. He was playing locked down.
They went and got a cornerback that they're familiar with, J.C. Jackson.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I honestly feel like it depends on the quarterback situation for both teams because Derek Carr hasn't been playing the way that he's being paid. And then Mac Jones got benched last game against the Cowboys. So who knows? They also got that spread at 1.
Derek Carr hasn't been playing bad. It's just the Green Bay game, he was playing good, then he got hurt. Last game, I don't know why he played because I don't think he was supposed to play. Because I think he maybe got knocked out of the Green Bay game. So prior to that, he hasn't been playing bad though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Also, Alvin Kamara's back. His first game back was last week. I think that he is gonna have a better game. I mean, but then again, that Patriots defense is they front four is kind of decent.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You know why? Judon is done.
He's out?
Yes. Torn labrum, I believe.
I thought that's Christian Gonzalez.
No, that's so then it's his knee. Yeah, he's out. I ain't gonna say he's done, but he's out. Yeah, he's out. He's hurt.
Well,
that's why I say I'm like
over 50 rushing yards. Over 50 rushing yards.
Over 50 rushing yards.
Then you got my team in AFC, the Baltimore Ravens versus the Steelers. On the road, I like the Ravens. Kenny Pickett is just not that guy.
Bro, and that's what's crazy because I loved Kenny Pickett last season. Because I love those, rookies who, everybody, counted them out. I love that story. Last season, he looked better than this season. I don't know, even though last season wasn't the best, but that's got him to be the guy. This season, he just looked stumbled, but also he got Matt Canada calling him. Matt Canada is worse than Getsy. I ain't gonna lie. Matt Canada is literally worse than Getsy.
It was a clip on Instagram. I'm gonna send it to you later about this girl asked her man when they was going, man, I'll send it to you. It's funny. I got so the prop I like for that game, I like Zay 40 yards. Um, I feel like they're gonna have to throw it a little bit more than they're accustomed
Last
to.
week, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause last week
Just
they did
because
not.
that yeah. And then the Steelers front four is a little bit better. And I
Also,
feel
yeah.
like they got
Also,
something
yeah,
to
their
prove.
secondary is weaker. Yeah, their secondary is weaker for sure.
And then they got something to prove, I feel like, defensively after CJ Stroud lit them up. But I still got the Ravens winning that game. I think they got the line at negative 194 for the Ravens.
Okay, yeah.
Now, this is to me gonna be the game of the week, the one we about to talk. Well, I got two games of the week. This is the first one. The first one is the Rams and the Eagles.
I knew you was. I was just looking at that one. Yep, I knew you was talking about that. That's gonna be a game, and I feel like we might actually see a quarterback shootout. This might be the first quarterback shootout that we probably didn't see all season because the way it's set up, the Rams secondary is vulnerable, and the Eagles secondary, oh God, they've been vulnerable, bro. Like I don't know what's going on with their secondary. Yeah, and everybody knows you can't really either front lines. You can't really run on their front lines. So yeah, we might actually have a shootout this game.
I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie. I like the Rams.
I do too.
I like
That's exactly what I was gonna say,
Rams.
bro. I see them making that upset, bro. They got them at plus 180, so it's not far fetched.
Yeah,
but I don't know, bro. Like Aaron Donald has been Aaron Donald. Like when healthy, he's a problem. Point blank, period.
Yeah.
But this offense of the Rams has really looked good.
And they get this Cup playing this week.
Yeah, he's active.
And then they get cut back, bro. Then that secondary begin lit up. Man, they done got lit up almost every week. Even Mac Jones had an okay game against them, and that's Mac Jones.
Yeah, I like the Rams in that one. That's one of those midday games. So we'll see how that goes. The props I like for that, I like Puka Nacua over 60 yards.
Oh, they got the props up what I get already?
I think so. Oh no. No, they just got the spread money line.
Yeah.
So when it does drop, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take 60 yards for Puka.
Man, I bet it's his. They probably gonna have his line like a 70. Because, like you said, think about it. They're probably gonna think how you think. They probably gonna have Cooper Kupp on a snap count for sure. So Puka is probably gonna be on the field more than Cooper Kupp. So
it'd be crazy if they had Cooper Kupp shit at like 20.
Boy, I'm hammering that. I might put my life on that. I'm gonna put my life on that. Boy, y'all might not see me again and he don't get 20, bro.
Hey, so another game. Well, I wouldn't even say this is like interesting. I just feel like it'll be a lot of controversy depending on the outcome of this game. So the Bengals versus the Cardinals. If the Cardinals win,
and they not that far off. They got them plus 128. Joshua Dobbs has been hooping. He's actually not.
They beat the Cowboys,
bro. And it's like they was sitting with San Fran for a minute before San Fran pulled away. Like he still put up like 250, 260 on San Fran. Like passing. So I'm not gonna lie.
Dobbs trying to have a Geno Smith type of year.
Yeah, I'm like, Kyler, hey, look, bro. Kyler, hey. You better get your mind right once you get back on this field. Because Josh Dobbs can be a starter.
They might, depending on what's going on, I could be Kyler Murray in Minnesota.
Nobody wants to miss it, bro. And I used to believe him so much until he just came up short every time. I'm like, bro, and that wasn't even no pun intended. Like, he just literally come up short every time, bro. Like,
yeah.
He got like one or two. Don't get me wrong, he doesn't play horrible. He just can't win a game. Like, they just can't win with him at quarterback.
Yeah. Then you got the Chiefs versus the Vikings.
That should be a good one.
They got the Chiefs at minus 200 and the Vikings at plus 168. The over under at 52.5. I don't know. I want to see the Chiefs win, but I could see a Vikings upset happening.
Chiefs. I just feel like Chiefs got a slight advantage due to the fact of their defense. Their defense
Yeah.
is, I ain't gonna say slightly better. Their defense is way better than the Vikings defense. That's the edge. Like the offense, it should be pretty much equal. It's just the defense. The Chiefs have a slight edge with their defense. I'm going with Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Trent McDuffie, I know he only been in the league 2-3 years, but he's a stud at cornerback.
Yeah,
they got Chris Jones, obviously,
and Sneed, Darius Sneed.
Yeah,
that's what I said. They low key. They actually defense. It's just when you have a quarterback like that, you don't get notoriety, but they helped them win the Super Bowl. Like they helped.
Technical difficulties. All right, I got some technical difficulties going on, but we're gonna keep the show rolling. We got the Jets and the Broncos. People was talking about the Bears and the Jets being ass versus ass, but let's be real. I don't know. It's just
them get there. We back.
I think we got them back. Oh yeah, you back now.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. So yeah, we got the next game is the Jets versus the Broncos. I got the Jets winning it. They got them as the underdog at +108. I think Zach Wilson is gonna have a much better game than Russell Wilson.
Yeah, because Jets defense, they could stump him. They could stump Mahomes. They could stump Mahomes. They could stump Josh Allen. Don't get me wrong. I want to say the Jets defense had probably like one tough game this season so far, but they could stump Russell Wilson for sure.
Yeah.
Even though Russ, I talk a lot of trash about Russ. He has not been having a bad season this year. Actually,
no, it's really been the defense.
The defense, yeah, and it's crazy because coming in, the defense was up here and Russ was down here. Now it's like switched. Like they never on the same accord.
I don't know, bro. I can't even talk about defense after what they did to my Bears, but I still got the Jets winning that game.
Yeah, Zach Wilson has to play like how he did though.
And then the actual game of the week,
that's
Cowboys versus the 49ers.
That's gonna be some good football, bro.
Sunday night.
Hopefully, I don't have to put nothing in. Hopefully, by 7:00, I'm good. I don't have to put nothing in. But that should be some good football.
They got the line at 3.5. They got the money line for the 49ers -196 and the Cowboys +164, and then over 45 points.
I like the over. They only saying that because both of those defenses, but I slightly like the over. Because we all know that Dallas could play a bad game. And I feel like the 49ers defense, they
haven't caught their stride yet.
Yeah, and they're due for a bad game. Like they're due. Especially with a good quarterback. If they go against a good quarterback, they're due for a bad game. So I like the over for sure. And we know how lethal the 49ers could be on offense.
I like I don't know, bro. I want to say I like the over, but part of me want to take the -3.5.
For the 49ers?
Yeah. I got them winning by a touchdown, bro.
I would.
It's like right now, that's how I feel. I might change by game time, but right now, I like the -3.5 because I just see CMC just doing his thing. Like, don't get me wrong, the Dallas defense is cold, but we talking about CMC.
Yeah, and with Diggs out of the secondary, they definitely been feeling it.
Yeah, so we gonna see, man. And then I don't even know if we want to talk about this Monday night game, but the Packers versus the Raiders. They literally have it at -116 and 102. Technical difficulties again. While we get that situated, I like nothing about this game. I think the Packers might mess around and win. I don't know, bro. Like, Devontae not happy though. But then again, it's like maybe Devontae want to, show his old team he's still like that. So we'll see. I think that he'll have a good game. I know Jair Alexander has been hurt. I don't know if he'll be back for that game. We'll see. But as of right now, I'm taking. I think I'm gonna take the Raiders. I'm not putting money on that game. This is just my prediction. I'm taking the Raiders. I feel like they are more desperate for a win than the Packers with everything going on around the Raiders with the whole Chandler Jones situation and uh, them saying that they need to fire the head coach. All of that stuff right now is just it's bringing too much unwanted attention around the team. So I think that they have a lot more to prove in regards to, you know, even though all of this stuff is going on, we still want to win. And all of the stuff that Davante Adams has been saying about the team and him feeling like, they're not really putting forth the effort. He called it how he sees it. And, it's kind of similar to the whole Chase Claypool situation, but the only difference is the fact that because it's Davante Adams, it's more respectable because he's a better receiver.
Yeah.
What I was saying was, I think that the Raiders are going to beat the Packers because they have a lot more to prove in this game with everything going on around the team, with Chandler Jones being released and the coach being under fire.
Yeah.
And Davante Adams pretty much calling out the effort of the team, like they're not trying to win. So I feel like not only does he want to win because he's going against his old team, but I feel like they have a lot more to prove.
Yeah, definitely. I like the Raiders if Jimmy G plays. Josh McDaniel, bro. You have Josh Jacob on the 4-yard line, 4th and goals, 2-some minutes left. What are we doing? What are we? They were like, even that whole drive, bro. That was disgusting. That whole drive, bro. We're throwing the ball as if they were down by more than a touchdown. Like, I was confused. Like, I was really confused. Like, that was worse than almost Eberflus, his flu. Like, that was, I want to say that was worse because that was just crazy. Because at least with that, the Broncos still have to drive and get a field goal range. With them, they had to get, you had at least overtime right there in your hand. Your defense held, turnover on downs, 3 minutes left, 1 timeout left. Bro, the story was written, bro.
And he failed.
You had the league's leading rusher in your backfield, bro. Even if he doesn't get it on first down, second down, bro, then you throw like they wasn't even trying. I don't know what happened, but that last drive or the last 5-6 minutes of the fourth quarter, they did not want to give Josh Jacobs the ball. I don't know what happened. Like, I thought he was hurt. Imagine, bro, I had Josh Jacobs last leg over 17.5.
Passing yards or receiving yards, I mean?
No, rushing attempts.
Oh.
So, imagine, the story is written. They get the ball back. I'm like, they ain't got to rush it. They got time. They in the red zone. Go ahead. He had 17 carries, bro. 17. We're on the goal line, bro. When I saw that, bro.
You know what's funny? That just reminded me of this pick I gave one of my homies when we played against the Chiefs. I said that Justin Fields will have 16 passing attempts, right?
Yeah.
Well, he would have over 16. So
yeah, it was like 16.5 completions, yo.
Yes. No, not the completions, just attempts. And he had 16 attempts.
Oh, that was the Chiefs game. You right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah,
he was so
that
pissed.
was some real pain.
He never taken a Justin Fields prop ever again.
Yeah, I learned from that. Yeah, because the time I took
Justin Fields balled out.
Literally, that's why I took him under. Like, this was like last year. I took him under. Boy, he actually hooped. I took him like under like 14.5 completions, bro. He had about 12 in the first half. I couldn't see.
I had one for the Bears game last week against the Broncos. And everything hit except Javonte Williams and the Bears money line because Javonte Williams got hurt.
Yeah, he always getting hurt. I ain't gonna lie. He always getting hurt.
And they had the line for Justin Fields passing at 185 that week, so they only went up 4 yards this week. I'm still taking that.
And they playing Washington. I would take it. If anything, if I get some type of bonus or boost, I might do. I might take it or something.
Yeah. So if you go to FanDuel right now, they got a profit boost for that game in particular. 50% profit boost.
Yeah. Yeah, I might do a little something.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that. They got one for the Oklahoma and Texas game too. If you bet on college,
yeah, I don't even think you got. Yeah, I don't even think you got no. Let me see. It's up to $25
for the profit boost.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. All I see is a max refund is 10.
Mine's is 50. See, they be wanting me to gamble. I hate them. 100% bonus bet up to 50. You might have me. You might have me, bro. I'm not supposed to do nothing tomorrow. The Bears props do look good as hell right now, G. They got all the Bears props.
I'm gonna put this shit in right now.
So they got all the Bears props super low. Yeah, I might do something. Fuck it. Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today's episode. We'll be back Sunday morning to review Thursday's game and some of the games from college football, and then our previews with the Sunday slate, just with finding out who's playing and what that stuff look like. But any last words before we get up out of
for the shoe?
Hey man, I got them winning this week, so yeah, I'm with that. I wanna stay a homer and say go Bears and bear down, and we're gonna win Thursday. At this point, my thing is this: go Justin. JF1.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, go Justin. I'm definitely rooting for him this game for sure.
Yeah. But nah, man, we'll be back Sunday. Until then, thanks again for y'all that tuned in and bear down, and like he said, for the shoe.
For sure. All right.